Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I would like you to visualize Instagram as a Monopoly board. That sounds like a rather odd concept, I know, but just work with me on this one. In order to win the game, you must snap up as much of the board and as many of the properties as you can. You'll start with one property, then you'll have two, then maybe you'll get a full collection of the same color. Eventually, you and your properties takes up so much of the board that there's no way for other people to possibly win the game. Everyone owes you rent, there's no way to get around the board without landing on one of your properties, and everyone's losing money but you. So, you win the game. And that's exactly how you're going to win Instagram. Well, kind of. You can't buy up all of Instagram and then make everyone else pay you for using it, unlike your houses and hotels on a Monopoly board. What you can do, however, is snap up as much space as you possibly can, to make yourself completely unmissable. And it's a lot easier than you'd think. Let's take a deep dive into Instagram real estate, and how to snap up as much of it as you can. There are 3 ways, in my opinion, to monopolize Instagram in the same way that you'd monopolize a Monopoly board. Number 1. Take up as much space as possible. Number 2. Be everywhere. Number 3. Poach followers like you'd poach properties. In this video, I'm going to talk about number 1 specifically, take up as much space as possible. In coming videos, I'm going to talk about number 2 and number 3 in more detail, but bite-size videos are much easier to understand and process than long and rambling videos that contain far too much information to absorb. So, let's talk about how you can take up as much space as possible on Instagram. Here is a snapshot of my Instagram feed. This is a nice square single post, from Later Media, which is a social media scheduling tool that I personally love to bits. Anyway, as you can see, the post is square. It looks good, but, when we start to remove the blurring around the image, there are lots of things to be distracted by. There are also lots of things to drag me away. There are comments at the top of the page, which makes me want to scroll back up and see what's going on there. There are also comments and a caption on the bottom, which captures my eyes before I'm even done with the image/post itself. In short, there is a lot to distract me and drag me away from the piece of content I'm supposed to be looking at, the Later Media post. The same can be said about this advertisement/sponsored post that came up. Once again, it's a square post, and before I'm even finished looking at the main bulk of the content, which is supposed to be an advert, I'm already looking at that interesting reel at the bottom. Now let me show you another example. And yes, this is one of my own posts. As you can see, it takes up a lot of the screen. There's the main image, the engagement icons, my username, etc. But there's none of the other stuff that we saw in the previous 2 examples. Do you know why that is? It's because I take up more of the screen, with an Instagram post design that was specifically designed to do just that. I'm taking up more Instagram real estate. People have fewer things to be distracted and dragged away by, when my content is on the screen. There's no hint of another post, no comments from the post above. It just fills the screen. And you should do the exact same thing. If the big change feels a little too daunting, why not create a few bigger-sized Instagram posts to practice with? Not every single post has to be a bigger one. You can still create the smaller square ones if you like. You should definitely drop a bigger one in every once in a while though. Instagram is also pushing the larger-sized content, especially reels and portrait videos. Eventually, all of your feed content should be mostly the larger size, taking up screen space. In order to create one of these larger-sized Instagram posts, you're going to want the following ratios and numbers. Regular, older-style Instagram posts were square, with a ratio of 1:1. The new style Instagram posts, designed to take up more of the screen, are longer and rectangular, with a ratio of 4:5, or a width of 1080 and a height of 1350. It's time to start creating content with the newer style in mind. You don't need to throw all of your old content out and remake it in the new style. Just phase the older square Instagram posts out and bring the newer, bigger ones in. Keep your eyes peeled for part 2 of this video, which will go a lot deeper into monopolizing Instagram in the same way you'd monopolize a Monopoly board. I hope you found this video useful today, but please let me know if you have any questions, or would like to suggest another video tutorial. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more social media marketing and content creation tips and tricks. Have a fabulous day.